Rồi bây giờ bắt đầu bắt đầu cho cư dân phát biểu, muốn nói gì thì nói.
Received from the property owners that resulted in the minor revisions and clarifications made to the technical memorandum prepared by Economic Planning Systems, Inc., as referenced in the staff report, so that the council and the public could review ahead of time. The public's interest in the mall-specific plan, the various owners, and their respective projects, and how each feels about these proposed Westminster Mall-specific plan reimbursement fees clearly outweighs any subjective reason for not disclosing their comments. It is just important for the City Council to have this information before voting on the proposed fee structure. And it is just important for both the public and Council to know exactly what revisions were made based on the owner's feedback and which owners had the most influence on the proposed reimbursement fees. The entire Westminster Mall-specific plan implementation and related projects must be fully transparent to the public. Additionally, there is a discrepancy between the staff report verbiage and the technical memorandum. The staff report states, quote, if additional Westminster Mall-specific planning and implementation costs are incurred, the city will update the reimbursement fee calculation and seek City Council approval for the revised fee amount, end quote. Whereas the technical memo states, fee adjustments. The reimbursement fee program should also allow for, should also allow for an automatic annual adjustment to account for inflation. As you can see, these two statements vastly differ and conflict one another. Furthermore, nowhere is it addressed if the fee calculation is indeed increased down the road. Does that impact owners who have already paid the fees, forcing them to submit additional payments to the city? Or does the additional cost burden, be it additional implementation costs or inflation, fall solely on the owners who submit their projects after the increase has been approved? I sincerely hope that staff will address the questions and issues I have raised here so that the City Council can make a truly informed decision tonight. You know the old saying, garbage in, garbage out. Let's make sure that's not the case here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, we have no further speakers for this item.
I will close the public comment. Next is for Mayor Council member discussion and council action.
I motion to approve it.
I'll second it, but before that, can we address some of the comments made from Ms. Terry Raines as far as the differences and additional costs that the commission is speaking about?
There is an inflation adjustment that is not related to any additional cost. It's designed to cover the cost, the fact that as inflation goes up, real costs will need to be adjusted. So that if someone pulls an application in 5 years from now, they're paying the same amount in real terms as someone who pulls an application today. Because if they just paid the nominal number, they would be getting a much better deal. So there's nothing to do with the cost of the preparation of things. So those two things are not in conflict at all. If you keep the cost exactly the same, you still will need to adjust for inflation. The second comment, I think that was the main point that she made. I would say about the comments we received from the property owners, none of the comments affected the fee amount. So the fee amount was unchanged there was no change to the fee amount from our original analysis. There were some questions and comments about clarifications about how the fee would be implemented, when it would be payable, things like that, which we, in this table here about implementation and administration, we tried to clarify that information so that the property owners knew when they would pay the fee, for example, or if it would be payable for permanent structure or temporary structures, things along those lines. So they were just clarifications so that they knew when they would be responsible for paying.
Thank you.
All right, we have the motion and second on the floor.
I have a motion made by Councilwoman Jan West, a second made by Councilmember Monzo. That is to adopt Resolution 5219 entitled A Resolution of the Mayor and City Council of the City of Westminster, California, approving the Westminster Mall-specific plan reimbursement fee and finding such action exempt under the California Environmental Quality Act. We'll go ahead and call roll. Councilwoman Van West?
Yes.
Councilmember Monzo?
Yes.
Councilmember Ho?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Wynn?
Yes.
And Mayor Lynn?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Next is regular business, 5.1. Continue from the October 11, 2022 regular meeting. City Council appointment to the Westminster Community Foundation And this is applied to Councilwoman Van West appointee. So,
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So I mentioned to you guys last week that I have, been talking to a couple candidates for this position for the Westminster Community Foundation because I want to make sure that it's a right fit and what they can give back to the community. So I have 2 appointees. I know that one of my appointees left because there's basically, he just feel like he's carrying the weight, and so he left the foundation. The second appointee that I appointed, they're both business owner, and they're also fundraiser. That's their job. One of them who left, that's his job. He fundraised. So he has a lot of connection. And then the other one is a business owner. They're loan, they lend out loans, they're lenders. So they have a lot of connection too, but because Zoom was not available and they have to travel for business, and so that's why they cannot meet for that reason, because there's no Zoom. So both of them, great people that I believe could give back to the Westminster community, but because of what was in play, they're not able to make it for this. So I have 2 new members, which I believe are great assets to this Westminster community. The first person, her name is Topaz Tran. She is an amazing person who will be a great asset to this foundation. She is the vice president of the public relations for VBS, the Vietnamese largest television network in America. And I believe that she will help us fundraise to be able to give, have another income of money source into the city to make sure that we continue to have different events, for example, the TED Parade coming up, senior citizen, homeless situation, that they can have funding for that, youth mentorship, all the things that you guys want in the city, and I believe that she can do that with her connection. Now, the other person I want to appoint is Casey Woolbert. He is locally raised in Orange County here. He has his BA in Business and Economics. He is the CEO of his own company, Vertex AV, which is smart technology that install audio video equipment to homes, corporation, buildings, whatever you name it, he can do it. So I know with his connection, he will be able to streamline some source of donation into our city. So those are the 2 people. I have their contact. I will give them to you. And I know they'll be a great asset to this foundation. Thank you.
is there a motion to that?
Mayor, before
I second it. I motion to move forward.
Before we get to the motion, I just want to confirm with you, Councilwoman Van West, for both of your appointees, which one is for the term ending January 2025, and which one is the term ending January 2026?
Thank you.
So 2025 will be Topaz Tran. 2026 will be Casey Woolbert. Thank you. And I motion
Thank you for
to approve.
clarifying. There's a motion?
Yeah, I motion to approve.
Is there a second?
You guys don't want to have my person? I mean, that's what you guys are waiting for, right? I need a second.
A second.
Are you guys here?
I think Mr. Mayor seconded that. You didn't?
I haven't. I just.
You just asked.
Oh,
okay.
So, we have a motion and second.
Yes, we
I'm a
do.
bit confused.
So I have a motion made by Councilwoman Van West, a second made by Councilmember Ho, and this is to appoint the 2 appointees for Councilwoman Van West.
Yes.
We will go ahead and call roll. Councilwoman Van West,
Yes.
Councilmember Ronzo,
Yes.
Councilmember Ho,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lee,
Yes.
and Mayor.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We already gone through 5.2, so moving on to 7.1. Continue from the October 11, 2023 regular meeting. Appointment to Park and Recreation Commission for 2022-2024. this item applied to Vice Mayor and one living Councilmember Fernando for appointees. So let's go with Mr. Councilmember Paul.
Okay, thank you so much, Mayor. At this time, I just want to make a comment. First of all, I'd like to thank my longtime Parks and Recreation Commissioner, Con Nguyen, for serving so many terms, and I know that sometimes it's very hard to find someone, I think really these days we've experienced that it's very difficult to find volunteers. So Con has been Park and Recreation Commissioner for I don't know how many terms now. I think today I would like to make that change. I would like to appoint Christine Hernandez for Park and Recreation Commissioner for the year of that be 2022 to 2024. So like right now to the end of 2024. So I want to make a comment on that and why I chose her, because I think she's very qualified. I'm very impressed with her resume, and so I'd like to give her the opportunity. Thank you.
Let's vote as a slate. So why don't you go ahead and appoint yourself and your people, Vice Mayor Nguyen.
Yes, at this point, I would like to appoint Mr. Tim Hogan to be my commissioner for this Park and Recreation Commission.
Was there a motion yet?
I motion to approve it.
Second.
All right. Okay, motion is second on the floor.
Yes.
I have a motion made by Councilwoman Van West, a second made by Councilmember Monzo. That is to approve the two appointments. Councilwoman Hill for appointment of Christine Hernandez and Vice Mayor Nguyen for appointment of Tim Hogan. We'll go ahead and call for the roll call. Councilwoman Van West?
Yes.
Councilmember Monzo?
Yes.
Councilmember Hill?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Nguyen?
Yes.
And Mayor Nguyen.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Vice Mayor Nguyen informed me that he has to leave after 7:1, so.
I have to leave too. So.
Okay. Well, we still have 3 on council. We still have quorum, so we have to move. If you agree, or you want to just, if there's a motion or if there is a recommendation to hold on to these, then well, we still have to do oral communication. I don't think that we can.
Mr. Mayor, I think we are okay because you guys still have a quorum, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you. If you have to leave, then we still have the quorum. I would like to ask Councilmember, are you okay to stay to continue?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. How about Councilmember Menzel? And I'm okay. So we have the quorum. So we would like to continue with 7.2. Proposal to install parking restriction on the east and west side of Lane between 6251 Mahogany Avenue and 14202 Willow Lane. Sorry about that. TC point 23-101. So may I ask for a staff report, please?
Sure, I'll make this pretty brief. This is staff initiated. Our corporate yard, our police department, they're really good when they're out and about in their vehicles, city vehicles during the course of the workday. If they see something that doesn't look right to them, they report it back to the appropriate department, sometimes planning, sometimes code enforcement. In this particular case, we received a report from a staff member that felt that Willow Lane was a little bit too narrow along this stretch. So this is an illustration of Willow Lane. It's a bend in the road, right there where Mahogany becomes Willow. This area is located south of the 405 freeway to the east of Springdale. And they were right. As you can see up here, what the tank is, it's a 36-foot section. So according to our municipal code, this portion of the roadway that is 36 feet or wider is capable of handling 2 through lanes and 2 parking lanes. As you can see, as it goes through the bend in the road, are you able to see, sir?
Nothing on our screen.
Nothing on our screen.
Got it, thank you.
Yeah, okay, great. So I won't start over, I'll just pick up where I left off here. So on mahogany here where the little hand is, it's a 36-foot cross-section of the roadway. And that is, you're able to handle parked vehicles and a through lane in each direction. So in this area here where it says mahogany, you can have parking on both sides of the street and 1 lane in each direction. As it goes through here, over the years, people were parking, but one of the observations that was reported to us is that it seemed a little bit tight. And when we went out and measured it, back in the land development days of the city of Westminster, this portion here tapers from 36, right here where the hand is, for some reason, it goes down to 32. And now you have a pinch, and you have a condition where you can't accommodate parking any longer. Rather than messing with the center lane and readjusting it and trying to keep parking on one side and on the other side, our recommendation is to eliminate parking on both sides of it. It just makes for an easier driving maneuver, driver maneuverability through this area. And we rarely see parked vehicles there. It's not a highly impacted area where you would have dwelling units that always are looking for places to park. So in fact, the times that there are cars parked there, it kind of catches people off guard. So out of safety and due to the fact that it's such an inconvenient requirement, we are